Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Stanford Cardinal taking on the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gives it on the option. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Brown wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in the plays. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Powers through the defender. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. He's at the top, and he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Complete to start this drive. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
A strike downfield. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown will throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics and 4th down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Handoff from the shotgun.
Now, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. It'll be a draw. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's a really nice job by this defense. Coming out, setting the tone. Great start, forcing a 4th down, forcing a decision already for this offense on the first drive. Really nice job coming out.
It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. And they'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. In motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, that is just what this offense needed. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, throwing the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense, and the receiver does it. Nice catch, nice job after the catch, and this offense has some momentum now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Snagged on the outside. It's Farrell. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Stanford going back to work with another first down. And they'll knock him down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Brown wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways, and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Wants to go up top. Fires it incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. To the air, it's Bailey. Rushes on him. Makes the grab, it's Rodgers. Turning it on! Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Gonna look downfield again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Off the boot, looking for his man. And it's caught! Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Farrell. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ford. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Brown will throw it. They go to the wide receiver screen. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. At the 35, he's loose. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Now the lead is down to 11.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, no, no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, NC State! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off play action on first down. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Brown wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Calls his own number. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Get ready. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick and creating some big mojo for your team.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. The offense changing the play. The hand to the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good game before the stop is made.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
To the ground to try to move the chain. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Swings it out to the flat. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Goes to the option. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal.
And how about it? They change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. There he goes to the left. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
They'll leave it with him. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down.
He's tackled at the 24-yard line. Fourth down coming up.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
They'll go back to work on offense. Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Caught over the middle. It's Smothers. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Now, a fourth down.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field.
On to kick it away.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Here's the handoff. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Power football with the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Tackle is made.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Finds a tight end. Breaks into the open. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll toss it to the left. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the third. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Brown wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They'll throw on third and short. Finds his big tight end. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Fires to the middle. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They'll keep it on the ground. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Back to pass, it's Bailey. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to let it go. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Got a wide open receiver. He's loose on the right. Past the 10. Touchdown, Cardinal. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
They Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Smothers. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Going right to work up top. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Off the play fake. Under fire. With the catch, it's Farrell. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Brown will throw it. Floats it out in space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Stanford wants to push the pace.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. He'll try to do it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this third down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Farrell. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford.
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area. Because of his speed and his size, he's a nice target right there on the post. You see him, it's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
On target over the middle. DBs to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. The DBs will back off a bit. Here's a throw downfield late. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's got an open man. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Brown will throw it. Fakes to grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! And the comeback is on.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.